So Shaq made some news on his podcast, The Big Podcast with Shaq, going at three-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. Here's what he said. Take a listen.
What's going on is what I told y'all 3 years ago. Donovan ain't that good, and the Utah Jazz ain't that good. Let's just say it. You want to be good or you want to be great. Whichever one you want to, let me know. But, Rudy's a great player, fine defensive player, but he offers nothing on the offensive end. Like, he has no post moves,
I think Rudy Gobert can hold you to like 12 points.
Yeah, in the first 3 minutes.
That was Shaq's thoughts on Rudy Gobert. Gobert responded with, "I would lock his behind up." JJ, would Rudy Gobert hold up against Shaq?
I actually don't think that Rudy Gobert believes that tweet that he put out. There's no way that he believes that tweet. Look, Shaq, for about 9 years, his first 9 years of his career, he played with a legal defense, so no 2.9, and he played with no zone. What that allowed him to do was he's either getting doubled or he's playing in isolation with no help. And so, you saw this over and over again in his career. When you played him one-on-one, there was no answer for him. And look, Rudy Gobert is a great player. He's a fantastic player, but he would have zero chance against Shaq. Zero chance. You know this.
If Rudy Gobert was guarding Shaquille O'Neal one-on-one, they would have to go state to state and build state penitentiaries large enough to hold somebody like Shaq, because Shaq would be arrested for what he'd do to Rudy Gobert. It would be no match. He would destroy Rudy Gobert, and Rudy Gobert knows this. Shaq went like 10 straight years, averaging a minimum of 26 and 10. Okay? Shaq is the most dominant force of the modern era. More dominant than Giannis is, more dominant than anybody other than maybe Wilt Chamberlain, and that's a maybe in some people's eyes. Not mine. Wilt is Wilt. Shaq was that dominant. He was a force. He was agile. He was big. You talk about 7 feet, 7'1", 320 pounds minimum. He would have tossed Rudy Gobert around like a rag doll. First of all, Rudy Gobert wouldn't have been in the game long enough to go against him because he would have fouled out. Would have fouled out in about 5 minutes. He would have had no match. And I'm telling you right now, you could literally have law enforcement officials come and arrest Shaquille O'Neal for what Shaquille O'Neal would do to Rudy Gobert on a basketball court if Rudy Gobert was guarding. He would destroy him. It's not even a joke. It's not even in the same stratosphere. Rudy Gobert needs to stop it. You know who Rudy Gobert is? He's a modern slight upgrade from Dikembe Mutombo. And we saw what Shaq did to him. I was there, and I love my brother Dikembe Mutombo. But we saw what Shaq did to that brother in the finals in 2000 when I was there courtside. I covered the 70s. I'm telling you what I know. When I sat up there and I had people petitioning the Philadelphia Inquirer to get me fired because I said that the Lakers are winning this in 5. The 76ers have no chance. I said, I'll get you one. And they said, well, why not? Why not? I said, Shaq, and more Shaq. I didn't even bring up Kobe. And I told Dikembe Mutombo, don't even utter words about what you do to Shaq. I love you too much to tell the public the kind of ignorance that came out of Dikembe Mutombo's mouth, okay, in terms of what he could do against Shaq. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.